Alright guys, good evening, welcome back. This is the Beyond the Summit World Tour. I am GGNet Godz, your commentator from Ghost of Gamers, bringing you game number 3, mousesports up against MUFC. We've seen one game go each way. This is game number 3. This is the decider. LD is joining me tonight. I believe he's just gone to get himself a quick refreshment. We've had 3, 4, 5, 6 long days of matches, and yesterday we had 2 best of 3s, both going the distance, both going three games. Tonight, the same thing. We've got mousesports providing another 3-game thriller. We'll see if they have what it takes to take this one. Last night, they did fall in 3 games to Invictus Gaming. MUFC, another tough opponent who fell in one of the 3-game thrillers last night to DK. Right off the bat, we do have MUFC on the Dire side, mousesports on the Radiant side. LD, man, are you with me? Are you ready to go? What are you feeling right now? He's not with me. He's not with me. That's all right, guys. We're going to have a quick run through our bans, our picks. We have got the Invoker, the Enchantress, the Leshrac. Those are your first 3 starting bans for the Radiant side, for mousesports. Leshrac caused them a lot of problems back in game number 1, and Enchantress is a hero that really does seem to fit the MUFC playstyle. MUFC, they're not messing around. They're going to ban out the Lycan now that they don't have the first pick with the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight, haven't really seen much of him so far this tournament. He seems to be getting frequently banned out after seeing a Resurgent who was picked constantly throughout the Starlighter tournament, throughout the basically competitive scene for a good period of time, but suddenly he's become a hero that teams just don't want to deal with. So they've started banning him out, and they've just started deciding, no, we're going to leave heroes like Prophet in the pool, the Chen in the pool, and just leave a wealth of heroes in, and most importantly, Darkseer is in the pool. What is going on? Darkseer not even being picked up first. That is a hero, I'll say it time and time again, Darkseer is just a pain to deal with, and one of those heroes which is just the perfect hero which sums up the current metagame and probably one of the most relevant heroes. So no Darkseer pick so far for mousesports. I'll expect MUFC to pick up. There we go, Chen, Darkseer right off the bat. What a powerful combo, and I'm not sure what mousesports are even getting. They may just go for the Prophet push we saw last game, get something like a Prophet Spirit Bear, but this is a strong combo.
Hey guys, I'm back. Just had to grab some coffee. I did wake up very early this morning, but Darkseer is the pick. And gods, I mean, we talked about it here and there in the chat in the pregame. Naga Sirens are the pool, and for those who don't know, you can use Song of the Siren to start and then vacuum heroes in. It's a pretty potent initiation if you pull it off. So if we were ever to see Naga Siren, I think this would be the game for it. But that being said, you're up against a very strong pushing lineup, and Naga does not do a whole lot to stop that. Enigma and Prophet already. Mouse are getting a lot of their favorite heroes, especially that Shadow Demon, which has been banned the previous 2 times. This time around, they ban out the Lycan, so this is a good looking draft for Mouse already, and they still have 2 more picks to complete it.
Yeah, I mean, it was costly, though. They had to give up the Chen Darkseer to get their hands on the Prophet and Shadow Demon. Now, Shadow Demon, for the first time, not actually being banned out. Now, it's been banned the last 2 games, and I think this is mousesports. This is their comfort. They got the Shadow Demon support. They've got the Enigma, which can go into the jungle or even on a solo lane. Prophet as well, similar thing. They played in the jungle. They played in a solo lane. They've got some versatile plays you can play that. The biggest question is probably going to be, what is Sing Sing going to be playing in that mid lane? Which hero does he go for? And aggression from MUFC. This is where they shine when they're being aggressive with these mid-game heroes. They also like to push, but this is a great hero which helped them a lot win game number 1, the Night Stalker.
Yeah, this is the hero we saw them. They had 2 games against DK, I believe, where they played it. One of them, it was very effective, and one of them, it was completely shut down. It's kind of a boomer bust hero. Now, it's got great backup. The Chen, the Darkseer already. MUFC don't have a whole. I mean, they don't have any reliable stuns right now. That might be a bit of a concern, especially you know, if you're looking for initiation. Night Stalker can charge in, use Void, you Surge into Vacuum, but you want a stun on top of it. So I expect we'll see something along those lines, at least in one of these last 2 picks. Whether it's a Sand King or a Tidehunter, a Leshrac, or actually, no, Leshrac got banned, sorry about that. But they maybe need a few reliable stuns, but their chase power is immense. The Night Stalker, very strong ganker, and this is a great game to have a silence up against Enigma, Shadow Demon, as well as the Prophet. You know, above all else, these are heroes that MUFC like to play, so both teams are already in their comfort zone, and I'm very excited to see whose comfort zone is actually better. That makes sense.
As far as comfort zone goes, mousesports got to be looking at that Kunkka Shadow Demon combo for Sing Sing. Sure, it's not 1-4-3-7 on the Shadow Demon, but still, it is one of Sing Sing's favorite heroes as of late, and something they've had such great success with. The one game they did win against IG was with that combo in the mid lane. We'll see if they can get their hands on the Kunkka here. I've got to say, I feel like that's what they want for Sing Sing. I mean, they haven't got something like a Leshrac. They used the Tiny last game, but if Kunkka's there with the Shadow Demon, that's the route they want to take. MUFC, do they know this? Will they ban out the Kunkka, or will they be more scared of something else? One of maybe Black's heroes, Black's anti-mage, possibly the Clinks. The Lone Druid's already been banned out. Do they ban out a carry, or do they wisen up and ban out that Kunkka? I definitely feel if mousesports can, they will pick up Kunkka here.
For MUFC, I had the same question, and, well, you mentioned the Kunkka. If they go for that combo, who do you pick to go mid against this lineup? Obviously, the Night Stalker is not going to deal with the dual lane mid. Do you go for something like a Windrunner? Invoker got banned. That's another hero they often pick. I mean, they like to run Clinks, but a solo mid Clinks against that combo could be fresh meat. If you hit him with the Torrent, or the Torrent Disruption Soulcatcher combo, and one Tideburner, it's usually enough to bring him down. So, that for me, that's the burning question about MUFC. What are they going to pick to go mid? And well,
yeah, Windrunner still in the pool. That's a hero they will use. Is this time to pull up their OD? I mean, they haven't used it in a while. Templar is... why are we talking about OD? We should be talking about Templar. They used it all 3 games yesterday. 3 games in a row, we had Nick playing Templar Assassin. And with the Night Stalker aggression, I mean, that's 2 heroes who can just sort of dive onto heroes and be hyper-aggressive and set up kill after kill. So maybe this is a Templar Assassin game. And as far as how that goes up against the Shadow Demon Kunkka, well... I'm wondering if they can actually stand okay against that with the refraction, or can they break down the refraction before they go in with the disruption torrent combo?
The thing is, even if they break it, it might... I mean, that combo early on needs to hit everything generally to get a kill. There's not great chase from those 2 heroes. It's sort of a burst each style. It's going to be Queen of Pain, so I'm not sure there's a place for Anti-Mage in this lineup anymore. Yeah. I guess that Shadow Demon could support him, so maybe there is. You could have Prophet or Enigma offlane, one of the jungle. If they want to pick Anti-Mage, yeah, there is still room for him. So, well, yeah, I mean, the Templar Assassin is just so strong in that landing stage. I don't think they can kill him, and even with that combo.
I feel the last pick there, either the 2 paths they can pick up the hard carry for Black, the anti-mage, the Clinks, whatever hero they want as that hard carry, and then have Sing Sing, I guess, play the Queen of Pain at mid, or they can have Black or whoever on the Queen of Pain in the sort of farming role with the Kunkka. The Kunkka at mid with Shadow Demon is still an option, and then they can play the Queen of Pain in the safe lane with Prophet, Enigma at top. Prophet or Enigma at top, 1 in the jungle. There's your Templar Assassin. I mean, this MUFC, they've worked with it 3 games. I feel this is comfortable for them. It's not something they had great success with. They did lose 2 games to 1. The Templar Assassin play itself was something really nice to watch, but they didn't win those games. But they'll be comfortable. They'll know that they can play these heroes in this draft to a fairly good standard. So we'll see if it is going to be a Kunkka coming up from mousesports, or if they go for something a bit different like the Anti-Mage, maybe a Clinks. I mean, it's not necessarily right away going to be that Kunkka pick.
Still, where's the lockdown for MUFC? Great chasing spells here. Surge, Vacuum, the Night Stalker, Void, and the Slow from Templar, but 0 stuns. I mean, Chen can maybe get 1 or 2 with those creeps. But aside from that, I mean, they don't have a reliable disable to start things off, and you really do need that against Queen of Pain. If you can get the silence off, you'll probably kill her. But if you're not able to, mousesports can easily, Prophet, Sprout, TP out. If Enigma gets a blink away from you. Queen of Pain blink as well. So where do MUFC go from here? It seems like they need a support, but it has to be a support with a disable of some kind, I feel. And it's also going to be something that can lane with that Night Stalker. Most likely, we're going to see him up top. So supported by whatever this final pick is. Chen could be most likely defensive jungling, Darkseer in the offlane, and Templar mid. I mean, we have mousesports sort of pigeonholed, probably with the Kunkka and the dual lane mid with the Shadow Demon, or it could be, like you said, it could be a farming Queen of Pain, or excuse me, a solo mid Queen of Pain and a hard carry in that bottom lane. They have those 2 options, but I'm just not sure what MUFC can pick with this last hero that's going to answer all those problems. I guess Windrunner is the one big option, but then it's a support Windrunner, and that's not really ideal.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you're just looking at some kind of versatile support. Even Rubik as a support hero might be all right because he is a bit more versatile. He can steal a spell at level 6. He's going to be not very farm, but he can just sort of sit back, played similar to how a Shadow Demon is played. You can use the Telekinesis as a nice little disable. You've got the Fade Bolt. You've got the Aura. One of the build I like to see, especially on a support Rubik, is you only get 1 point in the Telekinesis before you start maxing the Aura, and mousesports, well, forget anything that we've mentioned. There is sort of a fairly hard carry. They've gone for a Viper pick. This is something different. This is something out of the ordinary, and I guess partly to deal with the refraction with all the poison damage, but just as an overall carry here, I think it actually works pretty well. It can definitely outlane the Darkseid at bottom, or at least push him away from the lane. So this is a hero with some potential.
This is a poison-themed lineup. You've got the Shadow Strike, the Viper as well, and of course the Shadow Poison coming out from Shadow Demon. So I like the thematic consistency here for mousesports. But yeah, like you said, a lot of damage over time. It's going to make Refraction fairly useless after the early game. I mean, we've already seen it's not that reliable. I mean, you're also up against a lot of minions too. Ooh, a Lion pick. Interesting. Now, I like this because you could double jungle with the Chen. You know, maybe do some pulling if you want. It's also going to give you 2 reliable disables. So I think as far as supports go, this or a Shadow Shaman would have been the perfect pick. But they go with the Lion.
This MUFC like their Lion. I mean, they'll sometimes even play it like as a farmer in a duel or a trial lane. They'll play it as a support. It's a hero they just value for its disables as well as its burst damage. I mean, you can be aggressive and use that burst damage to insta-kill heroes. We saw ehome doing against Complexity in that game number 3 with the support Lion. So it will be a support player, support Lion being played by Net. The MUFC team I'll quickly introduce. We've got Net playing the support Lion. We've got Sharky on the Night Stalker. Chen being played by Ling, their main micro player. We've got Nick, without a doubt, playing that Templar Assassin on the mid lane. We've got TFG heading bottom on the Darkseid, going for some quick warding, trying to make sure he can block off that pull camp.
Yeah, didn't even stop to buy items. He'll do that after he gets these wards down. Other sentry wards on the Radiant side, and I'll introduce them. Nino, the stand-in, replacing 1437 for today's match. Maybe 1437 will show up for the second best out of 3, which will be against DK, and should be happy right after the series, by the way. But we have Black handling the Viper. Looks like he's going for an early raid of Basilius, maybe into a raid of Akil. Sing Sing solo mid as Queen of Pain. And it looks like Come With Me headed up... No, Come With Me will be jungling, and we're going to have a Prophet soloing that off lane. Or will we? Actually, no, this could be a jungle Prophet. I'm not sure.
It looks like Jungle Enigma, just based on his item.
Yeah,
he hasn't got any
6
HP regen.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Enigma won't be one. Enigma's just going to use the conversion to deny a creep back to help him out at top lane, and then regen the mana from Fountain before heading into that jungle. I mean, Prophet will do okay here if he can pull the creep wave away, and they haven't really got too much to prevent that happening. That's where something like one of those sort of smaller intricacies, if they pick something like a CM as a support, you can always frostbite down the Treant, which is trying to pull away the creep wave, which would have made it a fairly nice support to have had there. But for the most part, this is a lane where Prophet will be able to pull the wave back, get some XP, some farm. Same thing should apply at bottom with the Darkseid. This Shadow Demon and Viper lane, I mean, they've got a lot of range harass, but especially at low levels, they can't really force him out of lane. Only once they get that high-level poison and maybe some nice runes help gank with, as well as an Enigma gank, then Darkseid will be in a lot of trouble.
There's no stuns. That's the other big thing. Off the bat, Shadow Strike picked up on Sing Sing. And we're going to see it eats through the Refraction, not incredibly quickly. It's not like something like Edict, which is doing a ton of... It's only every couple of seconds that it's going to eat up a charge. Still, you can spam the Shadow Strike basically on cooldown easily as fast as Refraction. So after the early charges of Refraction, Nick is going to have to play back. So this is a lane Queen of Pain should have the edge in early on. As Templar Assassin gets more leveled up, she can clear the wave a bit faster and hit a lot harder. So I think it's a pretty even matchup, but I do give the edge here to Sing Sing in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow Poison is too strong, and here we go. They're supporting. They're making sure they shut down the Templar Assassin, who just sits in Mel. That's, to me, yeah, that's all he has to do here is just sit in Mel whenever this Shadow Demon comes in. Otherwise, he can't really compete. And Shadow Demon making sure Sing Sing gets off to a good start at mid lane. I like this decision. Viper doesn't need too much help at bottom lane, although he's not going to be able to completely pressure Darkseid out of the lane. I mean, Darkseid just going to sit back as far as he can, spamming that Iron Shell for now.
Yeah, and the other reason I really like this decision is they weren't going to kill the Darkseer. They just don't have a stun. And if you don't have a stun, Surge is always going to save him. Maybe once Viper gets his ult, they'll have enough burst to bring him down, especially with Soul Catcher and Nether Toxin working there. But, you know, if you're not able to get the kill, you don't really need the help. Don't leave him there. Send him mid, give Sing Sing the edge. Now, it is going to slow down Sing Sing's leveling progression just a touch. Bottle already picked up on Nick. He's going to go check the top room before it even spawns. And let's see, which way is it going to go? Actually, Ling is checking here as well, so kind of a miscommunication. Actually, no, they just have 3 heroes checking the runes. And in the end, it spawns bottom. Come with the tries to deny it from the high ground, not able to actually get vision of it. And in the end, TFG will pick that one up.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, MUFC coping with this dual lane mid fairly well. I mean, Templar Assassin not getting the farm he would like, but it's always a hero who can cope with less farm. You can still have an impact just getting the bottle phase boost. You can still go around trying to set up some kills using those traps. He doesn't have to have that really quick blink dagger up to still contribute to his team, as long as they're making up for it elsewhere. And so far, top lane, it is Sharky farming away with Net in the jungle, and Net's getting the levels. It's both Chen, all three heroes at top are getting some farm and levels, which is a good news for the MUFC side, with Lion level 3 already, Night Stalker getting decent levels in farm, and I feel that this top lane is working out well for MUFC, even if it is coming at the cost of both the bottom lane and the mid lane.
Right, it's two lanes that they're sort of losing here, or, you know, Viper getting a bit more farm than the Darkseer, perhaps. In fact, he's up to 13-6. Darkseer is always going to get some farm, and that's the power buy on Shell. He's 7-1, so he's getting something. He's not completely being shut down. Once he gets to level 5, it's pretty much impossible to deny more than one creep, just because of how quickly they die from that Ion Shell. So he's okay, and it's not really just one lane, because it is lane in the jungle as well. So I would call it 2 lanes up top, as funny as that sounds. It's sort of the 4th lane of the game. Of course, Enigma is getting a lot of jungle farm, and, well, if they want to push top, they might be able to do so. They can kill this Prophet if he gets too close, especially with a good Chen creep. There is a smoke up on Ling. He's got boots if he wants them. Gets an Ursa Warrior, not the best ganking creep, but a decent one. To me, the big thing to keep an eye on is when is Ling going to use that smoke?
Yeah, no, I have to agree that Ling is going to be the one who's going to come out and look to set up. The fact he's waited this long makes you think he wants to get a kill and make sure they get a tower following the kill, and it's going to probably come on top lane. Get a kill on Bamboo and then get the tower right after. Lion seems to be thinking about joining up with him, so we'll see if they do go for that smoke. He's making sure Chen gets the solo XP. Chen wants it at level 5 as fast as possible, so Lion going back to this pool, leaving Chen to get the solo XP as well. So they won't just sit and dual jungle. That's where the dual jungle became unpopular, because of how slow those heroes level. So mid lane, more aggression, but for the most part, I mean, fairly passive so far. Both teams just playing a very strategic game as far as getting whatever farm and levels they can on all 5 heroes, their supports included.
Right, it's almost a game of statistics at this point. You know, just trying to do the math correctly, min-max as efficiently as possible. Up bottom lane, come with me, gonna usher TFG back, but you know, even with that Malefice, it's not gonna be enough to even think about killing him. So TFG will be fine. He's hit level 4. Compare that to Bamboo, he's level 4 as well. So very even here for the off lanes. Although Darkseer is farming a bit more. Night Stalker leading the way, and this to me, I think we saw the last time Sharky played his first night wasn't very effective. To me, he's got to have a good first night, just because if you look at this MUFC lineup. Templar Assassin's not getting a whole lot going. Lion's getting some decent farm and levels. Darkseer's somewhat being shut down. I feel like the Night Stalker, I mean, it could be the Templar or the Night Stalker normally, but the way this game is, you know, sort of shaking out with the farm, it's got to be up to Sharky to have that aggressive first night, set up some kills, free up the map for the rest of his team.
Yeah, Black is leading the way in farms, levels, just about everything. 31 creeps, 10 denies. He's already well over level 6. He was level 6 when Darkseer was still level 4.
Big
so
dive on
he's
Nick.
Dominating that.
They want Nick. One more right click should do it. The Shadow Poise against the first. No, actually, it was the Shadow Strike. And there you see, it's not just. It's actually. I like this decision by Nino. At least 1 point Shadow Poison early gives you 2. It actually removes 2 refraction charges. 1 when you hit them with it, and another when you actually activate it. So. It's a pretty good way to eat through that refraction, especially with Shadow Strike on top of it. I think we're seeing the weakness of Templar Assassin now. Mouse have identified a good way to shut her down in the lane.
It's taking 2 heroes. I mean, I feel like you put a dual lane against most heroes at mid and they will suffer. And Templar Assassin has still managed to get XP as well as some farm there. I mean, 9 CS isn't great, but I mean, any hero up against a dual lane shouldn't be getting too much more than that. Lion heading around for a backstab at top. He gets spotted though, but they've already gone in. Sharky being very aggressive on Bamboo. I think Bamboo is dead. Even though they know Lion is coming, there is no escape for Bamboo. He's got a teleport. We'll see an Impale maybe being used. There we go. Everything being thrown Bamboo. He still can TP out. Sharky can't actually hit. Hex is being used as well. Bamboo silence. It's going to go down. But that took a lot more than MUFC would have liked.
Yeah, it did force a rotation in, however. Sing Sing taking all sorts of damage. Nick is level 5, Sing Sing level 6, and getting the first blood there, and it's still Nick driving him back. Templar Assassin, such a dominant 1v1 here. And, well, now they're going to look to push a tower. They don't have any real follow-up pushing to the Chen here. Prophet TP's back in. Shadow Poison being spammed to try and deny this push. And they get some chip damage on the tower, but nothing to write home about.
Yep, and we'll see whether Bamboo tries to come help out his team, provide some push. He's got the level 3 Treant, so if he wanted to TP bottom, they could get some towers very, very quickly, even against the Darkseer. Same applies to mid. Templar Assassin hasn't any ability to defend it, but top lane is going to be where they go in. There's your smoke. Lion coming around from the side. Night Stalker leads off with a Void, and Bamboo going to go down. No defensive TPs coming from his teammates. Chen with the last hit, and now they need to make sure they get a tower, because we're going to see this bottom tower probably going down to the Viper Enigma. So MUFC, they want to get this trade. They got the kill, and if they get a tower as well, they're going to come out slightly on top of this one.
I mean, are they going to get it, though? It's the Ion Shell is just so annoying to deal with. There's the second set of Eidolons, not really being microed well by comewithme. Loses 2 of them off the bat. That means that they also can't replicate. So that's potentially 4 Eidolons lost there. Tower's still taking some damage. Another Toxin does work on towers, albeit at a reduced rate. Gonna get the last hit, and Black is now filthy rich. Power Treads, Rin of Aquila, and Magic Wand all up, all online. Malefice, Black Hole on 2. What a Black Hole by comewithme, even using the Soul Raid in the face of all that aggression. Vacuum back in. Black's gonna end up probably taking a spill here too, so in the end it will be a 2-for-1. Great rotation by Net, and TFG actually, he dies to the creeps. I just assumed he was gonna get the kill there, but look at Nether Toxin middle lane. Nick getting a kill on Sing Sing right before he ends up going down. This constant action all of a sudden, it's like the teams had a gentleman's agreement to start fighting at the 5-minute mark.
That was big at bottom. I mean, that's the thing. Viper, even when he's on 100 HP, those last few right clicks he did just do so much damage because of his passive, and he almost killed the Darkseid before going down, and he almost got in the way at that point.
And I really love the decision there. You'll see some pub players actually max poison attack first over Nether Toxin. Yeah. There's no reason to get that 4th point in it, especially not before Nether Toxin is max, because once you have a level 3 poison attack, it has a 0-second cooldown. And that skill point, that's what made the difference there, that little bit of extra damage. Uh-oh, DD bottom. Nino runs to the Sharky. Even with the DD, he will go down unless he TPs out, which he will! Oh, the TP cheese here, saving the day. He will escape, and we saw Prophet almost getting out of dodge there as well. Bambo is going for a Midas, and in spite of the many deaths he's had, he's not far off from it. That tier 1 tower is certainly helping out in that regard.
He's got 26 CS. He did fairly well at this top lane. I mean, he was pretty much for the most part up against a solo Night Stalker, because Lion spent a lot of time in that jungle, and he managed to pull the way back to his tower. So it's no surprise he got some farm, but he's farming very well. He's got enough gold for that Midas, and that's going to accelerate quickly. So MUFC needs to start putting pressure on. They're doing that by sending Darkseid top. That's a hero who can pressure the Prophet Tower. Creep Skip, he's not really in too much danger of getting ganked unless there's some rotation from heroes like Queen of Pain, as well as maybe even Shadow Demon as well for the Purge is needed to gank this Darkseid.
I want to point out, Net is actually almost level 7 despite roaming, despite only pulling. It's because he got a lot of those pulls off. He was not forced to support Night Stalker in lane. And Night Stalker had a pretty good time there as well, so that top lane really working out for MUFC. Net now with the Tranquil boots up has the ultimate available, and that burst damage more than enough to get an easy pick on Black, or Nino here, if they can find the opening. Look at the wards. 3 wards in the enemy jungle. If you weren't sure if MUFC wanted to be aggressive, this tells the tale. They want kills, and they know they need them too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the kills at bottom lane, they're not going to risk diving that tier 1 bottom tower. They know Viper's there with at least one backup. It is the Shadow Demon. Diving here with Shadow Demon behind it is a recipe for disaster because of the defensive disruptions. But a kill on mid, if they hit a disable, it is a dead Queen of Pain. They've got so much burst damage, and there we go. Silence needs to lead off. There we go. This is a dead Sing Sing. Don't even need to use the Finger of Death. They get the kill. It's actually Lion taking it, and they may get a tower on top of it. Chen is level 7. I mean, all of these heroes, for 10 minutes in the game, are ridiculously high level. It's not like it's one team with a massive XP lead. It's just both teams with very high level heroes for this point in the game.
Right, we had 2 junglers. We had free pulling happening in that top lane. So both teams taking full advantage of that opportunity. And, well, they get a tower mid, so 2 towers... Actually, no, the tier 1's not. 2 towers down, 1 for each team. MUFC now going to be looking to push mid, perhaps. No, they're going to back off. They're content with what they've gotten so far. With that early tower down, it's Arcane Boots for the Chen. As well as a headdress. He's not too far off from the pipe, or excuse me, from the mechanism he wants to go for. TFG taking some Malefice damage, opted for Tranquil Boots and Soul Rain. That tells you that he wants to be sitting in lane for a long time. And, I mean, this is the versatility of Darkseer. You don't actually have to get an early item up like a pipe to help your team. Just stopping the push of the Enigma, the Prophet, is enough right now. It frees up the other heroes to go ganking, to go pressure. Now, the one hero that I feel needs to be ganked and kept down a bit more than he has been so far is Black. Level 9 already, and if we actually look at the CS, 70 and 26 in 12 minutes. Pretty much flawless last hitting from him, and he had to spend a little time playing it safe. Here we go, Sharky looking for the opening, Void to start. The 2 points of Corrosive Skin helping keep Black alive. TP enforced, at least from the Shadow Demon, so they get something. And Net in position, actually uses the Impale to start. The Finger of Death available. No, he's going to go with the Hex and the Finger of Death. just has the mana for it. Great knowledge there, using the math. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Sharky gets called out. Demonic Purge, as well as Black's ultimate, more than enough to bring him down. A Queen of Pain dying again in exchange for the Night Stalker being shut down. Who do you favor on that, if anyone?
I like MUFC's position. I think a Viper's a hero that you can afford, you can still cope with, even if he gets this much farm. I mean, Black is ridiculous. 75 creep kills. He has had complete another 100% free farm, but it's a Viper. Viper isn't the top pick for a reason, and because the hero can be given a lot of farm.
Black hole just for Nick. They pick him off. And it goes back
that
to Mouse's
me is the hero
lineup.
they need to shut down. They need to shut down the Templar Assassin, so I like Black Hole being used for that kill.
It goes back to the hero picks. I mean, the Eidolon's one volley removes that entire refraction. Come with me, for some reason, uses a smoke, and then immediately starts attacking the tower mid. Probably a misclick there. MUFC gonna get the tower top. Will they be able to defend mid? Looks like they will. Yep, and the tower last hit by Chen. I think that gives him the mech. Yeah, he's just about got it now. But again, Black's still free farming. Oh, action made, come with me. Psych. Oh, impale on two heroes. Huge impale by Net, and come with me is gonna die. Actually running towards the tower here. Bamboe tries to TP out. Net dropping low. Chen heal is gonna save his life, and now the chase goes on to Bamboe. Midas picked up. At least he got it off, but he may die here as a result. And yep, the slow coming out. Oh, he might get away again. The TPs.
Oh,
It's the day of the clutch TPs for mousesports.
Yeah, there's been a lot of TP outs just in time. That's one of these things with these top players. They know exactly when they can TP out. They'll time it so a disable gets used, and they know that it's safe. Even if there's 2 or 3 heroes surrounding them, right-clicking them, they're like, okay, I'll just TP out, no problem. And really great play so far. Viper going in at mid. He pops the ultimate. Line will go down to the poison over time. Level 2 ultimate. Templar Assassin trying to go for kill. Defensive disruption. Prophet and Queen of Pain have come in, and this is not looking good for Nick. He's on the back foot. He's on the run. He's been dusted up. He is going to go down. There's a regen Rune just teasing him. Not going to be able to get there. And, well, he's not done yet. He's the phase boost, the movement speed. They've got vision of him with the Shadow Poison, and he's on the run. He's actually going to run down. I'm not sure if that's the best direction to run because they have the vision of him. The poison is there. He melts up, and the dust is worn off. They can't cast it because it's on cooldown for 40 seconds.
One more scream. Sing Sing's got the wand, or the ultimate comes out of it. Nick wants the kill. He's gonna get the kill.
My God.
Oh, Sing Sing has to be furious after that. Nick making big plays, even when he's just horribly overextended, caught out. He got that kill, Godz, after making 4 heroes Congo line all the way from the middle lane down around. Still picks up the Queen of Pain, as well as Black is doing. Sing Sing is doing that poorly, so it is a big trade-off. But nonetheless.
Do not stand next to a Templar Assassin who is level 4 melded. He got hit by 2 instant level 4 melds, and that just dropped him. I mean, that was he was 2-shotted because both of them were the full meld damage. So, as a Queen of Pain, I mean, you're squishy. You've got 700 HP. I mean, got no survivability items. That was just really great individual play by Nick. I can't even fault Sing Sing for that too much. They're like, okay, this is a free kill. What's Sing Sing worried about?
Oh no, zapped down by Net.
Sing Sing, not having the best game.
Oh, Sing Sing. And he was dual laned mid to start this one off. Let's not forget that. So, I mean, when you do that, normally you expect that hero that's getting the farm to have a decent time of it, but MUFC just have the perfect lineup to pick him off. Lions 2 disables and the Silence the Void. That's pretty much all they need. Speaking of TPing out, TFG also knows when he can do so, and he will get away. Although he TP'd back to the tower, and with this low health, is going to need a salve on the courier. He could use the Tranquil Boots, but it's going to take a while to heal up. He's also got his level 1 ultimate now, and going to have the level 2 at the next level, I assume. And that's going to make pushing a lot harder. We haven't seen that wall of replica in action yet this game.
Yeah.
But we're about to.
As far as this game goes, I mean, whose position do you favor? I mean, kill-wise, golden XP, it's a slight advantage to MUFC, but does that tell the whole story?
Bottom tower has fallen.
It's just with a Darkseer in the game that I always get nervous. I mean, even if that team's behind, we'll talk about it in a second, because Surgeon up top, as well as the trap, the vacuum is available. Vacuum will cancel this TP. Great patience there, and the Meld just wiping him instantly. I just feel like Mouse can't really do what they want to do, which is spread the map and farm with the Queen of Pain, the Enigma, and the Prophet, with the Viper sort of getting the safe, protected farm. And it seems like MUFC are getting mostly what they want, but a big black hole could definitely change things around. And that is going to get set back. Actually going to run in and not get an impale off in time. TP out will be forthcoming from Ling. If he gets it off, Sharky kind of juking back and forth, a little bit undecisive here. That means a Purge, a Malefice, as well as the Shadow Poison, the ultimate force. Sing Sing probably going to use his ult since he hasn't gotten to use it yet this game. No, actually, Disruption and Shadow Strike not comboing well there together. Still, they get the kill, an expensive kill. And Ling just hiding in the trees. I'm not sure what he's... Oh, he doesn't have a TP. Godz, he does not have a TP. He's trapped here for a while.
Oh, no. They don't know he's there. He'll find it maybe an opening in between these creep waves to go sneakily buy one. Oh, he'll have to just risk it soon enough. But he'll be okay. They don't seem to have any idea that he's actually there. And MUFC losing Night Stalker there. Slight wind going mousesports' way. And we'll see if they can get some more towers on the back of this.
Okay, so I'm going to let you answer your own question. Who do you favor right now? Because I was just talking a whole lot.
I think MUFC are definitely in a better position. They've got more options here, and the Templar Assassin is going to have a Blink Dagger soon, and that to me is when MUFC can really control this game with the Night Stalker plus Templar Assassin combo. They've got Darkseer. I would never, very rarely bet against a team with a Darkseer in a game which is slightly even or even slightly in MUFC's favor. I think the support play from Lion so far has been spot on. And he's getting up some decent farms. So we'll see some nice utility items on him, whether he goes for a Django, 4-staff, something's going to come. And I just feel with the Chen Darkseer is just such a strong basis, a foundation for a team. And then you've got the aggression coming from TA Night Stalker, who are going to be really hard to kill when you've got the Chen backing them up.
Yeah, it is a great supporting cast for them. And well, I mean, we're settling into a passive stage, but if you just look at the way that MUFC is playing, they have a hero aggressively positioned top. That would be TFG. Constantly pressuring that lane. They're also farming the enemy jungle. So in a sense, there is kind of this net. It's not yet huge map control advantage, but MUFC is getting a little bit more farm. Wow, look at that army of Transmid. Bamboe wanting to push this tower, but a single Ion Shell is going to put an end to this pretty quickly. At least to the majority of the creep wave. Will TFG go for the deny? Will they punish him for it? The wall is up. Don't forget about that. He's got the... uses the soul ring. He's got the wall. He's got the vacuum. Oh, look at Come With Me, just melting. Queen of Paino actually not dropping nearly as low as you would expect because of that Chen. They get the Enigma, he's not going to get his ult off, and Lion drops in exchange. So Sing Sing finally getting a kill here. But I don't think there's going to be any follow-up, and in the back lines, it's Sharky lurking.
Yeah.
Sing Sing blinks
it's
up.
Nick with a DD rune in that Templar Assassin, cleaning up a couple kills, and they're looking for more. Sing Sing will get away with a blink to the high ground, but Nick just showing the damage of TA, and this is a Roshan. TA will just melt Roshan with this minus armor.
That's the thing about TA. As far as semi-carries go, she needs almost no items. I mean, she definitely scales with them, but she doesn't need them. Because of her fraction and meld, they give her insane damage, as well as survivability. And, I mean, they just going to Nick, so now he'll probably get some farm going. Even if the Radiant look to gank him, they're probably not killing him twice without some sort of retribution. Oh, a haste room picked up too. This could be brutal if he finds an opening in the next 2 minutes. Oh, top lane. Black actually going on to Sharky. Pipe is used though. Early pipe, and that means Black is absolutely screwed here. Vacuum in. Bamboe as well. Bamboe is going to be the next to fall. No, there's nothing to cancel it. He'll TP out. But that's not what you expect when you TP at his Prophet. You want to actually get that kill and keep your Viper alive, not have the Viper drop again.
Yeah, Prophet's build is not really a ganking one. He should just, I mean, imagine just continue to farm it and keep building towards the late game. They do not want to be fighting now, especially with Prophet going for this Aghanim Scepter. And Prophet has just gone right into the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin, there's your haste room. Bamboo. TP is up, but he's waited too long unless he can sprout himself and then use the fog to TP out. He sprouts himself inside. He's going to go down. And Nick, another kill going his way. That's going to get him closer to his next item, his BKB or his Desolator.
You know, it's the subtle things, but really great job there by Nick, actually making sure to stay next to Bamboe. I think he had the Blink Dagger up anyway, so it probably wasn't necessary, but just those little things. Ensuring the kill, ensuring that Sprout TP combo would not stymie him again. They're going to look to get a tier 2 top, and I mean, with Darkseer, is Darkseer here? Yeah, he is here, but he just started walking away. The pipe up, the level 2 wall up, I just don't... It's getting to that point now with a leveled up Darkseer and some semi-carries who've got items where I just don't know how mousesport actually engage head on. They don't have a Blink Dagger and Enigma. Who is going to go in first for this team? That's the real question. Who does it? I mean, no Blink on the Come With Me, no BKB either. Viper's tanky, but if he gets caught out in front, I mean, he's your primary damage. Sing Sing can't go in. He's behind. All they can do is try and avoid a fight.
I have to agree. I mean, Come With Me will have that Blink Dagger coming up soon, but it's still hard. I mean, there's a few things that can cancel it. The line, if he positions himself well, and it's just not going to be all that easy to hit those big black holes anyways. Maybe just blinking into lead off with a Malefice, and then Enigma backs off, waits for the blink to come back, then looks for the opening. But for the most part, It's just they don't have the lineup where they can afford to be too aggressive and look for big fights. But they're trying to go for this top tier 1 tower. They need to be careful because Darkseer surging in, looking for a wall. He's going to get it onto Black. Vacuum's just Black back in, and it's Enigma caught out of position, silenced up, going to get focused down. Come With Me does not stand a chance, even with the mech healing him up. Viper, Queen of Pain, big damage. They do take out Darkseer, but they've already lost Enigma. And this is not even a straight-on fight. MUFC, they've only got 3 heroes at top. Most of the rest of the heroes actually at mid. Templar, Assassin, and Lion picking up a kill on Prophet at mid. So MUFC win this top fight with just 3 heroes. They're going to get a couple kills. They get the Viper as well. Force Queen of Pain to blink away. A big, big win for MUFC. Really dividing up their resources well. Sing Sing now in trouble as well. Is there a follow-up blink? Looks like the damage is done. MUFC going to maybe check out a couple more towers here.
A couple of points. Like you said, it was only 3 heroes there for MUFC, and they still end up coming out ahead in that fight. It was also not a very good vacuum wall combo. Only caught the Viper with it, and it was dropped kind of late there. So it wasn't a great initiation for MUFC. Yet nonetheless, in spite of that, they come out ahead. And you know, Chen. The other thing to point out is Chen didn't use Hand of God in time. Probably could have actually saved the Darkseer there. It works out okay for MUFC though. They get the last tier 2. And that's going to make the split push that they want to execute on Mouse even more difficult. Nick last hitting the tower, and I mean, for a guy who was shut down extremely hard early, he's got a Blink Dagger, he's got a Mithril Hammer up. Could go for a BKB, although I feel this game, up against Demonic Purge, the Viper ultimate, and the Enigma ult, you're probably better off just getting a damage item like a Desolator. They have so many things that negate the power of that BKB. Still, there's a lot of magical damage. It's never bad. Oh man, look at the burst from Net. Impale into the ultimate. Immediately, MUFC pick off a sexybamboe who's just been struggling so badly. Just keeps on getting caught out this game, and it's not, you know, he's caught out. He's 0-8 at this point. It's not entirely his fault. It's more MUFC's lineup is built to do this. They have a Lion who's a great disabler. Great support here to have if you can get the early levels. Night Stalker active all over the map. He's got a BKB up. Darkseer with his Surge and his vacuum back in. We've seen that kill off the Prophet a couple of times. And we're at a point now for mousesports where they can't really leave their base except for maybe the Queen of Pain and the Prophet. But that's about it. And it's still dangerous to do so. Sing Sing getting what farm he can in the enemy jungle. It looks like Shadow Demon trying to get a wave of experience here mid. Look at how poor Nino is. Has boots and a magic wand. Let's compare that to Lion real quickly. Blink Dagger, Tranquil Boots, and a Bracer. Huge farm on the support Lion. And it goes back to the laning stage. They dual lane mid. Shadow Demon was not pulling the safe lane. They needed him there. Oh, on top lane. Blink in the start. Hex to follow. The Test of Faith on top of it. And the Penitence. And the Impale. And Templar Assassin cleans up that last hit. It will be a Desolator. I love this choice. A lot of minus armor to work with. It's going to make the Night Stalker hit a lot harder as well. MUFC are looking extremely strong at this point. 20-11. Big experience lead for them. We can't see the gold graph, but I imagine it's probably about 10 to 15k at least. And mousesports need a lot of items, but I just don't know where they're going to find them. Oh, Sing Sing vacuumed into the middle of creeps. He gets trapped. Maybe it was lagging because he could have blinked out there for a second. Chooses not to. He will go down, and now MUFC looking to get aggressive. Another blink in. Another Hex. Silence available in a couple of seconds. There's the silence. The Enigma not going to get that black hole off. Sharky BKB is used. Tanking as best he can. Where's the Templar Assassin? Coming into the fight. No, she's actually top. They're fighting without her. And I don't think they can. They should back off now. They're going to. TFG charges back in. MUFC very indecisive. Queen of Pain ult bouncing through. The mech and the pipe are really saving the day for MUFC. Vacuum in. No wall. It was already dropped back in the front lines. Sing Sing will drop. Ling dropping low, but Bambo just lacks the damage at this point. He went for Aghanims. He will get the kill, but probably at the cost of his own life. Templar Assassin continues to farm top. Probably could have gotten here by this point. Still, they're winning the fight. Bambo gets nice sprout there. Actually, Black is going to turn it around. What a sprout.
Yeah, I have to agree. Templar Assassin probably want to come. There was plenty of time to do so, but MUFC still winning that fight. They killed Bamboo a couple of times. They forced him to buy back, and he was Templar Assassin arrived. Insta KO Shadow Demon, and I feel there is more bloodshed to come. Viper in trouble. He finds the Lion with an ultimate pipe being used. That's going to keep Lion alive, I believe. And Viper gets vacuumed back in. Black in all kinds of trouble. He does not finish off the Lion, and he goes down. Templar Assassin arriving and doing big, big damage.
You know what it is, Gods? If you look at MUFC's lineup, if you don't kill someone instantly, you're gonna lose the prolonged fight. I mean, normally Viper, Queen of Pain like those long fights, but you're up against a pipe, a mechanism, Darkseer with constant surge and vacuum spam. Not to mention the wall, the Chen heal, Night Stalker and Templar are so maneuverable. This is a rare lineup that actually outlasts a Viper Queen of Pain. Normally, you'd think that Viper Queen of Pain have the edge in these types of fights, but they don't.
Yeah, and it's been a problem of just Templar Assassin getting a lot of farm, Prophet not having the damage needed. I mean, he went for a build, he's been sort of more ganking with a build which wasn't built towards ganking. He wanted to get some more damage and just go for a late game. And with Prophet, Viper, Queen of Pain, they've got 5 ranged heroes. I mean, the Sprouts, the ranged harass, that's the kind of game they want to play, but they need items and farm to do so. And MUFC have force fights. The BKB on Night Stalker as an item is fantastic. It gives Templar Assassin the room to work around. Templar Assassin didn't even have to go for a BKB first item because of the BKB there. And now Templar Assassin finds Nino once again, taking him out in 1 or 2 right clicks. And he still has this Aegis as well.
Oh no, Sing Sing, don't walk up that hill. Don't walk up that hill, Sing Sing. He does. They don't actually spot him. No wards here, but he's going to run right back into that. Blinks away just in time. The Impale narrowly missing. TPN from Prophet in the back lines. I believe no, it gets cancelled. And he's going to try it again. Oh, this could be a big fight, but Nick again has the Aegis and the Desolator. They go for net. I feel this is a mistake. You need to focus that Templar. Don't let her right-click. Black already taking a bunch of damage. Another meld will be forthcoming. Pipe onto net. Nick, they won him once. Can they kill him twice is the question. While this is happening, Bambo trying to run away. And Nick actually survives, turns things around. They do get the Lion, but he already got his disables off. Sharky was not even in the fight. And it's not over just yet. Bambo trying to TP out. Vacuum available. They used the vacuum, but he might get away anyway. The net needs to be used. It is used. No, he still TP's out. Huh, interesting. And, well, Nick in a lot of trouble now. I think he's going to lose the Aegis. He has a gem as well, so if they kill him twice, that'd be a big pickup. But this is a huge extension, and it's probably going to be an overextension. Come With Me has the black hole. I love the way he's moving here, godz. Looking to blink back in and go for that big black hole and multiple heroes. Will he be able to do it? Oh, I just don't know right now. In the back lines, that Aghanim spammable, please, from the Nino. And Nick is now getting focused out. He's going to lose a gem if he dies. Oh, I think he's going to. He will go down. And MUFC are just getting caught out of position here. Prophet showing up to the fight, steals the gem. That's a 1,400 gold swing, plus the kill. And now Ling caught out. Needs to TP soon, but he's not going to. 1 by 1, MUFC just getting systematically picked off and isolated. I really thought they would have the edge there, but Come With Me just keeps on making big plays, setting his team up. Ling will TP out, however.
Just another clutch support TP, but I mean, I have to agree, it came down to positioning there, and this Aghanim Scepter on black, I mean, he just spammed that ultimate to death. I mean, he was getting kills, stopping Templar Assassin from getting kills just by using the ultimate whenever it was up. He used it a couple times on Templar Assassin, and just that low cooldown really helping him out. We are going to see an engagement on mid though, and there we go. Black I was just talking about, he did so well that fight. He's going to find himself getting picked off by the looks of things. Pipe actually being used here. He may still be okay because there is Queen of Pain blinking from behind, just looking to cause some confusion and prevent MUFC from being too aggressive, and it does pay off.
This is a big
the big thing for now.
Oh, they're gonna back off.
Are they going in?
No, they're gonna back off. Go ahead.
Roshan is back up though. Roshan is back up, and for me that's the big thing. MUFC can pick that up, give it to Templar Assassin, and they'll be looking pretty good again. I have to wonder, does Templar Assassin even go for BKB? The big problem is the Viper ultimate spam, and well, BKB is not going to really help there.
Yeah, I was discussing that earlier. I think it's great on the Night Stalker just so that he can't be burst down with it. But for Templar, it's not enough not to be killed. She needs to do damage, and that means being close to heroes. And I mean, maybe it's a game where I think Manta Style removes that ultimate. I know Linkens will block it, so maybe something like that would be an option for her. Or just going for raw survivability. You know, maybe something like a Heart of Tarrasque or Assault Caress. Although it is mostly magical damage. I just don't know about BKB. I mean, it's not just the Viper ult. It's Demonic Purge, the Enigma ult, both go through it as well. If a Ground Sprout will hold you in place too, so... unless you're able to blink out. So, yeah, I mean, BKB maybe not the answer, but what... It's not like a Lincoln is a great late game item, especially at this point, and there's a lot of other singles targets nukes to cancel that off. Maybe Manta Style. To me, that might be the right way to go. Gives you some move speed, allows you to debuff some of those slows.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. I think it does work okay as his next item, but I mean, he may just want to go for the BKB just because of the Queen of Pain, who's going for a Sheepstick and has a lot of burst damage. Prophet's probably going to go for a Sheepstick as well. I mean, even cancelling Maleficent. So we'll see. Black, get back to your team, and the wall here is going to just rip through this team if they're not careful. Come With Me, looking for an ultimate. He's silenced up. The wall goes down. Come With Me going to go down as well. Black getting caught out of position, and that is not what his team wanted.
I have to say, this is some superb line play, holding that finger of death, always making sure that he's going to secure a necessary kill with it, not wasting it to get a kill that they already had. Now they're going to get an Aegis, and oh boy, Nick 2,500 gold in the bank. Sharky, he's going for another Ogre Club. I think this will be a Heaven's Halberd, and against Viper, I love this decision. Because Viper needs to be auto-attacking, and he won't be able to. Plus the evasion, very helpful as well.
How farmed is this Chen? I mean, he's had this Ag set for a while. He's now got a Vlad's as well.
Oh,
this is one of the most farmed Chens I've seen in a long, long time. I mean,
actually didn't
he's got
even
more
show
farm
that.
than the Night Stalker.
It's outrageous.
And he's level 16 now, and he's just providing so much in these team fights with the auras, the mechs, the heals, and the cooldown. I mean, it's 30 seconds now, so he's constantly healing up his team, which really helps against that Viper poison if he does whittle them down but not finish them off.
Okay, there's also an Aghanim of Darkseer. Now, bear in mind, as this fight may commence, they couldn't get the Rax and Black off. There's a BKB, or excuse me, there's a Black Hole up. I hear Enigma TPing in. Come With Me does TP in. They already got the melee Rax. Probably shouldn't stay around for the range, but they might. Sharky uses the BKB. Slow onto him from Black, held in place. Nick still waiting for the right moment to engage. He's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting a very long time. TFG sent back to base. TFG will live. Everybody's gonna live. And that's just the power of the Chen, you know.
Prophet TP, he TPs to the Ancients and silence immediately, and they continue retreating. Sing Sing can blink after. He gets a Sprout off. Chen probably going to go down here, but that's an okay loss. They saving the Darks here. Good trade, I have to say. I mean, that's worth it for the Chen.
And he's also got buyback, so overall, definitely a good trade. Okay, so your MUFC, you got one lane of Rax. What do you do now? You've already got Roshan. You've got an Aegis to work with. Do you need more items to get that second lane? Do you just continue going for pickoffs? And if you're mousesports and you're playing from this deficit, how do you try and respond?
Well, mousesports right now, they're going 5 minutes. I think that's an alright response. They've got the Black Hole up. They've got their decent items. They've got their core items. The longer they wait, the worse this is going to be. So I think they just want to force a big fight and hope they can come out on top. The problem is, MUFC just have to play sharp Dota. They've got the big wall from Darkseer. He just has to land his spells. Same goes for the Templar Assassin. Make sure you get in there, do some damage, and use that Aegis. Well, there we go. Massive wall of Replica. Hits absolutely everyone. Look at all those illusions doing bonus damage. It's an Aghanim Scepter on the Darkseer. He's going to clean up. Come with me. The Black Hole comes in. It's already over, though, for MUFC. I've got to say, Come With Me going to go down as well. Prophet fires back. Big team fight. Darkseer is the name of the game, and that is why you do not let Darkseer through the pool.
I feel this is an appropriate time to mention that in the last 12 competitive matches where Darkseer has been played, at least the ones that have been recorded at dota-academy.com, Darkseer is 12-0 in his last 12 matches, and it's now going to be lucky number 13. Not unlucky 13, but lucky 13-0 for this Darkseer. So, I mean, he's not the only reason they're winning this game, but he certainly pushed them over the hump there with that vacuum wall combo.
Yeah, I have to say, this is one of the things. I mean, mousesports even had the first pick, but opted for the Prophet over. I mean, 1437 who normally plays it wasn't in the game, but still, it's just such a relevant hero to the metagame. But they did not for it, and they're now paying the price. We could see this top. I think the melee barracks will go down and they'll back off, but mousesports may want to make a play for this, but I just don't think they can without Black, without Come With Me. Melee barracks goes down. They'll probably back off now. Nick is still intent on getting the range racks. I mean, he's the one who has the Aegis. He's got 6k gold probably. He's going to get purged up. Maybe loses Aegis, forced out. Chen is there. This is like what we saw ehome doing. Just have one hero suicide pushing, and Chen just sends him back if he gets jumped on. They will lose the Darkseer though, so not all is saved. Well, Darkseer will go down.
While that's happening, Sharky gets a tier 2 bottom, and of course there is buyback still on that Darkseer. It may be an unnecessary death, but unlikely to cost MUFC. And now it's an almost unwinnable position for mousesports. They tried for that push. You said they needed to do it, and it looks to get aggressive. While the Chen was down, I don't disagree with that decision. But I mean, if it was already hard to do it once, it's now a bigger gold and experience lead for the Dire. They already have outrageous items. Oh, and Daedalus up. This is where Nick just started one-shotting everybody in that series versus, was it DK? I think it was DK.
Yeah.
Where
once they ended up losing that game. They did. That was a game they lost though.
Right. Right. But this is where he ended up one-shotting everybody. Daedalus as well as Desolator. And they were down 2 racks that game. This game they're up 2, so it's looking good right now.
Yeah. I remember one Psyblade's killing 2 heroes with 1 attack because he got a big crit, but we'll see if something similar can happen in this game.
It was actually so fast in that game, godz, that I didn't realize the second hero had died there because it was a pretty chaotic team fight. I was glad that you caught that one, but
I feel like it's a hero Sing Sing would love to play. He loves his Kunker going for the big crits and killing 5 figures with one swing. He'd love Templar Assassin as well. Templar Assassin couldn't find Bamboo. Bamboo will drop.
1500 damage. Are you kidding me? That's a Phantom Assassin with 2 damage items, and this is a Templar with 2, but she's not the biggest late game hero necessarily, but when you get these items up, she certainly becomes one. Massive crit from him. And now Ling gets caught out mid. They're diving for a Chen who has buyback, a Chen who also has an Aghanim. Oh, Hand of God comes through. Come with me gets caught out. Come with me melts. And Sing Sing's still on the retreat. Might survive. But this is not the direction he wants to be running in. I feel this is time to tell Sing Sing that this is not his base, but I think he may realize already. He's still trying to survive. While this is happening, the lanes are pushed out, so they're not in danger of losing another set of Rex yet. Sing Sing wasting a whole lot of time. One trap, that'll do it. Down he goes.
I feel we could almost lose. I mean, I don't think blinking the tower was the best idea there, but yeah, he was out in nowhere, no man's land. So he'll go down mid lane. Black pops the ultimate on the Night Stalker, who has BK beat himself up. This is not a kill Night Stalker's going to get. Night Stalker doesn't have any damage. I'm not sure what he's diving for. He may actually go down here if he's not careful. And a second ultimate coming from Black. And here comes Lion. Lion, is he going to get the finger off? He may need to do so. Sharky kept alive somehow. He does finally go down.
The last right click brings him down. Bamboe caught out by 3. I feel like I've seen this movie before, and I don't really like the ending if I'm a mousesports fan. Black hole and everybody, and there's no backup. The wall is dropped, and well, Come With Me is just gonna melt. One more crit does the trick. Oh, if my voice wasn't so hoarse, I would definitely be screaming a lot louder right now about those big crits. But in the end, so far, I mean, I know a lot of people were not giving the East teams very much respect, especially on Western sites like Join Dota, Reddit. A lot of people, Ghost of Gamers, a lot of people were saying that they thought, you know, these Western teams were going to dominate. So far, it's the Eastern teams who are 3-0. Templar Assassin diving the base. mousesports have another chance for redemption here. Is this their final group stage match? I think it is. They've already played one yesterday. This is their second, and they're about to play their third. So if they lose that, they're 0-3.
Yeah, they need to win this game if they want to have a chance of going through into the main playoff bracket, which is going to be the top 2 teams. And they have to win that, and then only they have a chance of tying for that second place. They have the 2 games they've lost. They have both lost 2 games to 1, so that does help them out in the case of a tie. But we'll see if they can take down a very tough opponent that is going to be DK. I mean, MUFC, they really turned things on this game, and I mean, they look pretty damn impressive, and that's on the US West server, so they put up a hell of a fight.
Well, it's any team that can take a game off DK and give them a run for their money in another game definitely deserves a lot of credit and respect. Speaking of those standings, guys, if you want to check them out, go to dotacommentaries.com, click on World Tour. They won't be updated with today's results just yet, but they will be by the end of the day. If you want to check out any of the casts from the previous days, please go to youtube.com/LDdota. You can subscribe to me, and every time I release one of the VODs for this tournament, which will be just about every day I've been releasing them, usually by the beginning of the next day, you can catch up on all the matches there. So any games you missed, they'll be available there. I am LD of dotacommentaries.com. Joining me was godz. This is our first best out of 3 for today. We have Mouse versus DK coming up for you guys soon. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss that one either. This is the Beyond the Summit World Tour.